Perkenalkan, nama saya Muhammad Hanafi, saya mahasiswa dari Universitas Nasional Veteran Jawa Timur dengan NPM 2508 Saya berasal dari Fakultas Ilmu Komputer Jurusan Informatika, dan hari ini saya sedang menyelesaikan tugas ulangan tengah semester saya untuk mata kuliah Sistem Informasi, dan yaitu tugasnya adalah membersihkan salah satu paper pilihan saya, dan ini adalah artikel paper pilihan saya, Use Basic Programming Tools to Foster Programming Logic in University Systems with School Preparation Other than Computer Science. Ditulis oleh Fernando Torres, Gustavo Caiza, Marcel Garcia, dan Valeria Barnabico. Sepanjang presentasi ini, saya akan berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris. Today's presentation will cover number 1, Introduction and Participants, number 2, Methodology and Evaluation, number 3, Results of the experiment, number 4, Conclusion and Discussion. Introduction. Teaching programming to students who do not have a background in computer science is challenging, as the instructor has to awaken problem-solving, critical thinking, and logical reasoning skills. A pre-post experimental design was carried out with 82 first-level students of the Technical University of Ambato in the careers of Systems and Electronics. The results revealed that 45% of the students increased their level of application and analysis in programming process. In general, basic programming is an important skill for all students to learn, regardless of their major. It helps them develop their critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and prepares them for a future in which technology will play a key role. This research analyzes the use of programming teaching tools in new developers, but who come from a school background other than computer science. So the challenge is twofold, since in addition to the academic knowledge of programming logic, it also seeks to encourage these students to enjoy programming. In the period of September 2022 until March 2023, 82 students between 17 to 19 years of age from 3 careers at the Technical University of Ambato, Ecuador, volunteered to participate in this research. Research focus and participants. The objective is to examine the effect of online programming tools on first-year university technology students who had no prior programming education in school. The participants are 82 volunteer students from Technical University of Ambato, Ecuador. The age range from 17 to 19. Their majors is Software and Information Technology. Their study period from September 2022 until March 2023. Methodology and evolution. An experiment using the pre/post experiment method. In pre-post experimental design, measures a variable before pre-test and after post-test, allowing a person to assess its impact on a single group or compare change between a treatment group and a control group. The main tool they use is Blockly. Now, Blockly is an open-source Google library that gives block-based visual programming language, or VCL, allowing users to drag and drop interlocking blocks to whiteboard rather than typing text. This is also known as visual coding or visual programming. And the control group is 86 students learn with the normal process established at the university, which is also referred as the traditional method. This group learned programming in parallel with the main experiment, but without the use of online tools. The solution to evolution and process. The first exercise consists of eliminating faults from a given tree. As the objective is to assess the student's imagination and evaluate their ability to explore solutions and possible solutions. The second test consists of asking students to use a programming computer application developed by teachers to solve the Rubik's Cube as it incorporates different levels of Bloom's taxonomy in their learning. The wanted output is that the students can practice what they have learned to solve the Rubik's Cube on their own, and determine if they can analyze different patterns and algorithms to find which one works best for them. And lastly, the third step. The third exercise focuses on following a pattern to develop a geometric area calculator for four figures. With this, we intend to apply parallel thinking to the third analysis level of Bloom's taxonomy, as it involves breaking a problem into a smaller part. The objective is to apply parallel thinking to address the analysis levels of Bloom's taxonomy and assess the ability to break a problem into smaller parts. Next, the result of the experiment. The initial results revealed that students entering this technology course had a relatively low level of programming knowledge. You can see by the chart shown in the presentation. Experimental group, you can see in the figure 1. Experimental group, only 11% of students have been initial while 89% failed. In control group, no schools were knowing intelligence, but with only 10% passing and 90% failed. Now the conclusion is, it confirms both groups started with a comparable and low level of programming skills before the experiment began. Now, moving to the final result, that is post-test. The group using online tools showed a significantly higher pattern pass rate. We can see here in the figure 3, 60% of the students passed the final test, while 40% failed. In contrast, the group using the traditional method had a much lower success rate. You can see in the figure 4. Only 36% of the students passed, while 64% failed. Impact on motivation. Programming algorithms showed a better willingness to learn programming language. With the use of online tools to learn, the students also generated several practices in both Java and Python, which indicates that these online tools help to awaken the learning capacity of new language on the part of the student. You can also see this. 68% of the online tool group found it easier to learn other languages, and 78% of the traditional group did not want to learn another language. Here it is. I'm showing the contribution of the authors, the original authors, to this paper. You can see Fernando Esperatore has contributed with identifying a real education problem. The authors highlighted the specific challenge faced in Ecuador, where students enter technology degree programs without a prior background in computer science. Gustavo Caiza contributed with designing and implementing an experimental study. They designed and conducted a structured pre-post experiment to scientifically measure the impact of online tools involving an experimental group, 82 students, and control group, 86 students. Much of Wikipedia contributed with analyzing the impact on motivation. Beyond academic results, a key contribution was analyzing how the school boosted students to mo- boosted student motivation to learn new programming language in the future. And lastly, Ralph Maranatiko has contributed with recommending future research. The author suggested that this research model could be applied to other fields that face similar challenges for students like biostrength. Now, moving on to the conclusion. The research concluded that students with no prior programming knowledge significantly benefited from using online learning tools to understand algorithms and programming logic. The results also revealed that 45% of the students who used the tools increased their level of application analysis in a programming project. A considerable difference in motivation was observed as students who used the online tools were more willing to learn a new programming language. The students successfully applied a pre-post experimental design to 82 students and compared them against a control group of 86 students who used the university normal process. For future research, recommend applying the authors recommend applying this study method to other academic areas where students may learn. Here's my thought. So, my thought, ultimately, the world of information systems isn't about code or servers, it's about the people. This research reminds us of that it steps into a classroom where students are hitting a wall. It steps into a classroom where students are hitting walls, not because they lack passion, but because the traditional tools are discouraging. What this study shows is that the right tool can change everything. And it's that initial spark alive. That single moment when a student finally understands programming isn't just a passing grade, it's a future developer who might build the system we all rely on. So this paper isn't just an academic exercise, it proves that the foundation of our digital world isn't built on silicon, but on the simple human joy of figuring something out for the first time. That's it for my presentation today. I got this paper from Jansel. You can look it up. You can type out the title at the start of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I see you. Maybe we meet again on a different occasion. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.